They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes it to Julio Jones. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second and 11. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On third down, Freeman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Check four. Watch the twist. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shit.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll look to throw here. Gets it off to Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. He's coming. Double up.
Coming left, it's Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
He'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 27, check right, 27. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no. Shoot.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run. Cook, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, zoom. Ready?
Looking to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, hold it. Go. Big grip.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Strong left.
2nd and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Back to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Cook running right. In on the stop, it was Trayvon Young.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch up. General West. Go. Now.
2nd and 9 now. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Hey, Charlie. Now.
They'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Check 52. 6 guys. Check 6.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Binds, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
You ain't going nowhere.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Falcons.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team, because as they drove downfield...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
You got nothing. Hey, exit.
Back to throw here. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A deep ball for Dotson, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They only needed a couple, but the blocking was good, and, of course, you can't tamp him down when he gets past that line of scrimmage.
No, and guess what? Not only were they physical in the point of attack, they executed so well. That's what you have to do in short yardage situations. Everyone has to be in the right spot, taking on a defender to give him the chance that they did, and he took full advantage of it.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Bravo.
They'll set up to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. He'll drop to throw. The open man is Smith. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? They'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get sixes instead of threes.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Check, Mike, over. Mike, 54. Hey, tighten down. 54.
Second and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Recon, 1, 2.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if there's quick strip. The ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Second and 14. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jones has it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
First down, Atlanta.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. A big run there by Freeman. 43 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kenyon Drake. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey.
They're going to look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. He's checking.
Hey, echo.
Mike 27.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. Get it.
They'll try and throw for it here. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On the ready.
45's the mic. Check. 45's the mic.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Alert 3.
Shoot.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his man. This is Jackson. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Letting one go deep for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Josh Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
Vikings 14.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's
The
go.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Check 24. Check 24. No.
On second down, it's Freeman. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Mike 50. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike, Hayward. I'm coming for you, son. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's pick it up.
Looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. They have not gotten him going. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hey, zoom.
Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike.
Go.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught at the 25. A big pickup of 38.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And an alley to run. Oh, no, lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Set. 10 logo.
27. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Hey, orbit. Now. Hit it.
They'll set up a throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Herb Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Falcons 17.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw here. Gets it off to Freeman. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Wood. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2nd and goal, and the lone man to the backfield is Freeman.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and 2. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught. Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
Hey, Sam off.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
He's back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
High 7. Ready?
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
A toss play left. There goes Devontae Freeman. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
You better be afraid of me. Check 13. Check 13. Slam.
They'll run with Drake. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
60 outlaw. Hey,
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. The clock showing just one tick. This for the win. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, That gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down now, it's Freeman. And hang on here, Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. They'll drop the throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Right back to Drake. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. On the toss play, this is Drake. And an alley to run. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Atlanta, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news.